computer. Today's video is based on the topic insertion of a node at beginning of double linked list. Okay, so first of all, we will declare the function insert beginning. Then what we need to do is that in order to insert a node, we need to first of all call the function create node. Okay, the creation of the node topic is already explained in my just previous video. The link is given in the description box. You can go through it. Okay, then we will check, that is we will check that whether our list is empty or not. If it is empty, suppose see here start is the pointer which gives the address of our first node of the list. Okay, so if the start will be equal to null, that means that our list has no node, and whatever new node will be inserted, that will be the first node. But then here what is happening, start not equals to null. This statement means that at least one node is already present in our list. Okay, so here I have taken one list having 3 nodes. Okay, so here what is happening, first of all call create node. So here the new node is created nptr. Okay, and then I have taken here the node, that is list having the 3 nodes. Okay, so now set nptr next is equal to start. Here what will happen, in the by default what happens, whenever a new node is created, in the previous, that is the start field, and the next, that is the end field, null is present. But now set nptr next is equal to start. This means that in place of null, now it will store the address of our first node and point to the first node. Okay, then set nptr prev is null. This will be present as it is because we are going to insert at the beginning of the list. Okay, because we are going to insert this node at the beginning of our list. So that's why this nptr prev is null only. Okay, then this both statement. This statement, that is start prev is equal to nptr. Here what is happening is that the start is presently still pointing to the that is the node whose address is 1000. So the node whose address is 1000 is the first node of our original double linked list. So now in place of null, here it will store the address of our new node and it will point back to our new node. Okay, so here that is start prev is equal to nptr. After that we will do set start is equal to nptr. Now in the start we will store the address of our new node, that is 4000. It will no more point to this and it will point to the new node. Okay, it will point to the new node and rest of the nodes will be present as it is. Okay, and then endif and then exit. So this is the insertion of a node at beginning of our double linked list. See, this is the list. This is the list after the insertion of the nptr, that is the new node at the beginning of our double linked list. So earlier we had 3 nodes in our list. Now after the insertion at beginning we have 4 nodes. Okay, so here see, by just interchanging of pointers only, we can easily do the insertion and deletion in the linked list, because linked list has a dynamic memory allocation and we don't need to specify the size from advance. We can increase it and decrease it easily, as it has runtime memory allocation, that is dynamic memory allocation. That's why just by interchanging of pointers, insertion and deletion operation becomes easy in case of double linked list. Okay, in case of linked list, not only double linked list, in case of the entire, whether it is single, double or circular single or circular double, in linked list it becomes easy. Okay, then in comparison to arrays, as array have static memory allocation. Anyhow, double linked list gives us advantage for both forward and backward navigation, as you can see over here. So this is all about today's video. Soon we will be coming with the more conceptual videos. Till then, stay gold, stay safe, and please like, share, subscribe and comment my channel. Thank you.
But we don't talk anymore.